Hi, welcome to Professor Kev Show. I got my friends from Team Steam with us today. How y'all doing?
Good, good.
So why don't we just
Good.
introduce yourselves just so we know who's on the call with us?
All right.
Um,
So I'm Jackson. I'm one of the co-executive directors of Team Steam, and I started last year or 2 years ago in May.
Cool.
I'm Preeti. I'm the other co-executive director of Team Steam, and I have been a part of Team Steam for 3 years now.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Kirti. I am the president and founder of Team Steam. I started Team Steam back in 2020, and it's been awesome to see the program grow.
Awesome. So welcome to the show. So why don't we start at the beginning? Why did you start this?
Uh, so Team Steam really started as like a COVID passion project. I was a really eager high school student and I wanted to get involved with the community. And I wasn't able to really do anything during COVID. And so I grew up doing lots of engineering programs, and it really was a large part of my childhood. And so I kind of saw that opportunity dwindle from the current elementary students. And so Team STEAM was a way to get high schoolers that were tired of, being locked in, to give them something to do. And it was also a way for students that were younger to, continue having that same sort of educational enrichment opportunities that I had the privilege of having. And so it started with reaching out to Marcy Klein, who is the founder of 3Dex Design and Architectural Engineering program. And we used her materials and we came up with a curriculum, lessons, worksheets, and we built this program from there. And so we really started off just doing kind of like Zoom classes after school once kids were done with their Zoom school. And today now the program runs in over 25 locations in person, which is super cool. And we've taught over 2,000 students.
Oh, that is amazing. So can you give us an example of like some of the classes you're offering? What grades are they offered to so people can get an idea of what you're actually doing?
Yeah, so Team STEAM offers directed towards students K through 5. And the lessons really range in terms of difficulty. So we do anything from like simple basic bridges and talking about suspension and tension to more complicated topics like a circuit and how electricity and currents flow through the circuit. So it really depends on the grade level, and I really do believe that there's something for every student in Team STEAM. If students are like more creative, there's a lot more opportunities for them as well.
So now, how were you able to make the connections to be able to offer these classes to them kids in K through 5?
So right now we're located mainly in Connecticut around Fairfield County. So all these libraries that we are in Connecticut are kind of accessible to us. So we'll either go to the libraries ourselves or figure out contact information to them, or we've been lucky enough to attend many events out of state, like the Computers and Libraries Conference in Virginia, where we have many booths where we have all our information present. We have an open sign-up sheet that people have used before in the past, and that ultimately allows us to expand past Connecticut, which leads into our goal, which we'll get to.
Okay, you just brought up the question. Let's go right for it. So what is the goal? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Yeah, I
Kind of
think,
as Jackson, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was gonna touch a little more about
Sure.
the goal being to expand not only just outside our parameter right now, which is mainly in Connecticut, as I said before, and but to also expand as a official nonprofit now. And this includes our lesson plans, our volunteers, and just our programming structure. And Kirti, do you want to add more to that?
I was
Mm.
just going to add on to what you had already so beautifully said. I think our mission statement is really to make STEAM accessible to every student everywhere. So, just kind of as Jackson touched upon, getting into every single community, especially those that are underserved, is kind of our primary goal right now. And we do that through building upon our existing curriculum, training new volunteers, reaching out and working with other libraries and other school districts. So, just really that constant outreach it's kind of been our goal, and just getting into more communities and making the program accessible.
I,
And
I do have a bonus question. I'll come back to it. I have a lot of students that are looking for volunteer opportunities, especially in the STEM field. What type of skills do they need to be able to volunteer, and how much of a time commitment is it?
so that's what's super great about Team STEAM. So Team STEAM really allows a lot of I would say autonomy for teens to choose how they want to run their programs and what they want to do with the Team Steam program. So, for example, Kirthi was really, really focused on the business angle of Team Steam and making sure that in creating a very cool business model that we still use where the program gives back to itself. And that's a part of how we became a nonprofit. And so that was kind of her mission. On the other hand, Jackson and I have focused more about on like the STEM and research angle of Team Steam. So we've been analyzing students and collecting data about students and figuring out how to make the program work better than it already has been working. And so the best part about Team Steam is that each chapter leader can really customize Team Steam accordingly. And in terms of time commitment, it kind of depends on what you're doing. So some of our volunteers, their time commitment is around 10 to 15 hours, like year round. And we also have, but if you're a chapter leader, your hours are obviously going to be a little bit more because you're running things and you're emailing and you're having to manage the program. So it really just depends on the level of commitment that you're willing to give. And in terms of the level of STEM and knowledge that you have to have, Team STEAM is a very, very simple program. We wanted to make sure that volunteers who didn't even know how to do STEM would be able to teach these lessons to students. So they're very introductory, and we always try to pair up volunteers that of different skill sets and skill levels together in order to make sure that everybody feels really comfortable and that STEM is not a scary space, but a welcoming one.
Now, is there any cost to participate in the program?
I would say that there are some upfront costs that generally we can sort of help assist. It's just the cost of materials. And we use materials from a local business. But we can also kind of mitigate that, and you can just kind of cut out your own pieces with cardboard. So I would say an average cost to start a program is about $200, and that'll kind of teach 20 students, and we've used the same materials for 2 years now. So it's really it's really affordable. And in terms of all the lessons and the programming, we supplement that for free. And Preeti kind of mentioned that we are open to all students, regardless of their backgrounds, if they want to volunteer. And so we also have comprehensive training videos and programs as well, where we set up one-on-one Zoom calls with interested volunteers. We give them the materials, help them get set up and trained as well, if that's something that they're looking to do.
But how about for the participants? Is there a cost to be a participant?
Nope, there's no cost for the participant. As Kirthi mentioned, and Jackson, I think, we are a nonprofit, so we really try to keep no to low costs for the libraries and community centers that we serve. And in terms of the students, the program is completely free for them. And yeah, that's just a part of our mission to spread STEM to students across America, especially in those lower income areas.
Awesome. What's the best way for people to reach out if they want to learn more?
I think we have a certain survey for people that are interesting, or either one of, or I guess all of our emails should be open. We constantly check them on the daily. So emailing would be a great start. And then from there, we can give an interest form, which gives us a little more details about where you are, what position you'd like to be in Team Steam, and just a general more knowledge to you.
How would they go about finding your email? Is it on the website?
Yeah, so we have it on our website, which we're currently working on a little bit, but they should all be there. And if not, we also have, I mean, if you do see us in person, we do have business cards on us, but obviously the website's probably the easier option.
And what's the website, my friend?
So the website is, I believe, Preeti, help me out here. It's teamsteam.info.
So,
Yes.
and another way that people can reach out to us is through LinkedIn. Everybody on here is pretty active on LinkedIn. So if you just reach out, shoot us a message, we'd be more than happy to help support whatever your mission is or whatever you'd like to do with Team Steam.
Awesome. I appreciate you all taking a few minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.